I couldn't like do this as a normal review. This had to be fucking said about this episode of Kill la Kill. And if I am ranting, I'm sorry, but it probably will be a rant on this fucking series itself and this episode. But oh my god, this episode was really fucking bad. Like, this is supposed to be the Elite Four we're talking about. Built up from the start to be serious fucking people, badass shit, bad people who will fuck you up, who roll with an iron fist. The episode just starts off where we see a backstory with Hoka Muta, I think is the Glasses Elite Four guy's name. We see pretty much he hacked into one of Satsuki's family's company, and the stock market's kind of dropped, and he got noticed immediately and was approached. And pretty much he only did it because he likes the challenge and he likes just fucking with up things with it in the virtual world. And Sasuke herself comes out and tries to ask him, say, why didn't you actually try and change the real world, not the virtual one? And that was it. There was no real development. It was like, yeah, you just hacked into my family's computers. Why don't you come and join us? Like, that was not really a character to them. It was just like, all right. Gamagori was like some badass shit. Like, he had like 2-3 episodes dedicated, half of like 2 or 3 episodes like dedicated to his backstory, and this guy had I don't even think 5 minutes. Like, it wasn't really that built up. His fight with Ryoko was absolutely fucking trash. Pretty much for the entire episode, he was just doing this, like his probe regalia, just kept scanning her, and he just like turned invisible and just did a few freaking shots on him, and pretty much all she had to do was make Senketsu's eye really big and just bitch slap him to the ground like you do with a fly. And that was it, and then he just forfeited the match. After that, you're not about to fucking own him. And it's like, oh my, it was just so pathetic, that match. And after getting his, regalia, just taken off him, he just sits in the freaking stands with Gamagori and freaking Mako just there. And all of them look like fucking weirdos. And he's just like, oh, I just got all the data I want. I'm not really cared about victory, and it was just a disappointing fight. Then I was really looking forward to this fight, which was the second part of the episode, which was Jakazule versus Ryoko. And when she literally just comes fucking marching, well, literally she comes in fucking marching in, and she uses her symphony regalia, which was like, it looks so fucking bad. It was like, I had to say, the animation in this episode, I don't know if they just ran out of budget or something, but lately the episodes have been looking pretty fucking bad, quality-wise. And her transformation is literally just her in like a red outfit in a giant washing machine look of thing. It looks like a triangle washing machine. And her whole thing is like, she just takes all the musical items from like her members, and then she attacks with music notes, sound blast, and she can fly. And then we got her backstory, where she's a pretty sadistic little bitch, by the way. And she's known Sasuke for the longest. She known us in kindergarten. Apparently they're best friends, although it seems one-sided with her. And she pretty much got what she wanted. She said, oh, look, build me a castle. Here you go, Sasuke, I built you a castle. And she's like, no, this sand is enough. And she bit at it. It's like, that's part of my tower up there. If it doesn't stand strong, then I don't want it. If it can just be blown in the wind. And she pretty much said, oh, you don't need that sand, I'll be there forever and ever to be by Sasuke's side. And it's just like, and then after that, she just turns into a giant fucking aircraft. And starts firing missiles at Ryoko to since the match is pretty much over as soon as you touch the ground. And to stop this, Senketsu just does the Senketsu Shippu transformation, which turns Ryoko into an airship, and oh, that looks so cringy when I looked at that. I was like, oh, the animation just fucking dropped. And the episode just pretty much ends with the guy saying Senketsu is growing too quickly and there's bad ominous clouds. The saddest thing about this is that all of this is way too predictable. Animation doesn't look good. And it's like, compared to Gurren Lagann, I mean, we really should. There's two like differences. One's a mecha, one's whatever the fuck Kill la Kill you would call an action slice of life school. But it's trying to live, and they are so much into it that they're trying to live off Gurren Lagann hype and like all the stuff they did in it. It isn't working the way that it wants it to do. I do like Kill la Kill. I do like some stuff, but episode 4, the race to fucking school, and this one are probably the worst ones we've had so far. If you, I don't mind if you disagree with that. If you enjoyed this episode, that's that's your opinion, and people are entitled to their opinions, and that's fine by me. But my personal opinion, this was fucking trash. That was just an awful episode for me. Like, compared to stuff I'd seen in other series, that just wasn't what I lived up for. It's when you try and build up a villain or like villains and their antagonists, like you should really make them powerful and not just rush through them like they're nothing. Since the whole series seems like it just, if we got more villains after this, it's like if there's more compared to these like students, then that's fine. But it's like entirely Kill la Kill has felt rushed. The quality's been really dipping, like, and just overall, I don't know, it's just some. I don't really care for a lot of the characters anymore. Like, they're just predictable. You know, like Ryoko, she's just pretty much like a Natsu. She just fucking just gets powered out of nowhere and just power ups out of fucking nowhere. And like, she doesn't even seem like Gamagori's fight even took a toll on her. And even though when we saw that episode, she was nearly there on her fucking knees, like just destroyed. Personally, it was a bad episode, but I've done enough fucking rambling and stuff. I've gone way too long with this. But let me know what you guys think. If you agree with me, if you disagree, that's fine. But for me, that was a bad episode. It really was a bad episode for me. But that's all for me. I want to thank you very much for watching. Remember, straight up and sign out, and I'll see you guys next.